it? Do you think it pan out for them? It's not an easy co-op game playing against Kunkka X.
Kunkka X Mark, that's what I'm thinking. It feels like a really old school. I'm getting the 648B vibes here. A lot of stuns. The only hero who's missing is pretty much.
Maybe that's what the 749 patch. But sanking Lina dual stun side lanes is such a throwback. For something, the off lane theoretically to lane with the shape.
So this means the Alchemist side lane, yeah. And it could be a core Earthshaker. He's playing against a melee hero. He gets close, enchant totem with the aftershock.
Choose your hero.
All right. Rubik paired up for that lane. That's a pretty strong lane, this Rubik Shaker, that can cause some problems.
I'm looking at the both lineups. Rubik 10th pick, not what you... there's a lot of great games. A lot of great spells to steal. Whenever there's a sanking, Rubik always...
Tim's on that one. He is quite the playmaker. When you talk about TNC, and if there's one player you want to watch with them, I'd almost always be saying Tim. Flashy 4. You saw last game, 4 position Miranda, he was getting a lot of farm, but not just from hitting creeps, he was actively throwing arrows, making kills happen.
10 seconds.
Be a good game to keep an eye on him.
5 seconds.
Gabby on the Slack. Armel again on Kunkka. He is probably the most well-known Kunkka guy, pushing his hero back into like the noise, and has been.
I feel like he will go for that spirit. Kunkka is the hero that can pretty much build anything. Lately we've been seeing more of a double bracer into raid build because he's so tanky because of the boat, stays in a fight for a very long time, and the Radiance deals a ton of the damage, but against the Alchemist it could be really valuable.
It makes you, Spirit Vessel itself makes you super. We saw last game how much health he had with the Spirit Vessel into BKB, and then as well. Very hard to deal with.
He needs a BKB. This is his go-to item, probably the second one. There's a lot of spells, a lot of magical damage. Rubik can also go for Spirit.
You don't ever really want to go Spirit Vessel with Rubik, but you want to get that Aether Lens, Blink Dagger. You want to get the items that allow you to do flat. It's like, okay, I'll get it. You don't want to. Yeah. Number 2, King Gaming defeating game 1, 15-minute affair. Fairly close game. I mean, it went for a long time, but it was, of course, Arc Warden, so part of that is always going to be Arc Warden games, if you're winning, aren't going to end.
I think we discussed about this build from position 4, sometimes even off-laners where they get Sobi Mask, Sage Mask, pardon me, and then you just buy Ring of Protection in the side lane. The 2 extra armor and the mana regen, insanely good, especially if you're playing these spellcasters like it.
And something, yeah, both Rubik and...
Yeah, Rubik is also going for it.
Pretty, yeah. Expected from like
30 seconds.
The Lina maybe more so, but yeah, Rubik. Once you get those bounty rings, you've got the gold for it, and you've still got 6 tangos for your lane, so it's still a very powerful laning tool to have. Enables your partner as well in lane with Aura, so really nice stuff. As you see, looks like both teams just taking control of one side of the map for these bounty runes. We saw the same thing from Armel's Kunkka, where he just stands in these trees in the mid lane to as the enemy King Gaming go by, but King Gaming with that same ward around mid, and with that same ward up top again. It's very deep observer ward. It's kind of bold of them to go for the same wards 2 games in a row. I feel like if there's anything, you're gonna you know, your coach is watching the game as it happens and seeing where those wards were planted. Probably checking that replay between games and that, yeah, you've got 5
Yeah, but that's
minutes,
a reverse psychology. We're not gonna put it on the same spot twice.
Fair. Ahead of the game, Lacoste. And this time around, by the way, Courier. No Courier snipes today.
They're waiting for everyone to show on their lanes.
Yep. Both supports are down in this bottom lane for now. Rebek, that early Bassi ring, Shadow Demon as well. So is heroes down bottom for TNC. And there we go. The Courier's moving. He's like, all right, it's safe. Courier. Pain does not want to get handled by RML again. We saw last game RML have such a good mid lane.
I think TNC should move one of the heroes top. You do not want to have Alchemist +1 against the solo hero because he's just gonna free farm.
Annoying lane. The Bane's up here just using that enfeeble. Attack speed. Making life a little bit annoying and difficult. And there we go. The TP coming up top from Rubik. So he's looking to even out this lane. Make it not just a straight free farm lane for the Alchemist in a 2v1 setup. Bane just trading blows with the Rubik here. Has another enfeeble. Gets the fissure block off, but with this enfeeble, Bane may be able to win this right-click battle. He's still just level 1, but he's going to fall away.
It's really hard to trade against the Bane. Even though he has enfeeble level 1, usually Brain Sap is being picked up pure damage, so really hard to trade.
Spamming these poisons out. They are going to go in looking for a kill. Got the pounce upon the laner. LSA is there, but not going to save his life as he's going to be Shadow Demon picking up the first blood. AU. Start.
And no perma Agi for Slark there. Still decent. Lina. Gonna be a stun. Bounce is ready.
Has that if you need to escape, but doesn't look like he's going to have to pop it. Lane be so influential last game. That Courier, he is going for. I was about to say, what's it? Courier shows qual. Free Courier, not 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking about something against this particular matchup. If you get level 1, you usually expect the Bane to get the Shadow Strike, right? So he's gonna use Career aggressively, then you just blink in and kill it.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean, this is not even
the
level
first
1
Career usage.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a really kind of fun way to play the matchup. But yeah, level 3, you've got to know and expect there's going to be 1 point in blink there. Just a straight up misplay and miss micro from RML and the Kuka.
Now he's really running low on region, but there's this ability called X Mark, so he's just gonna TP back, pick up all the region, come with pretty much full mana and HP.
One of the strengths of Kunkka as a mid laner. Why we get to see him played there. Back at bottom, the Sankey lane doing some work, but it's top lane where the real fight's going down. Rubik and Shaker doing their best to limit what the Alchemist can get in the way of free farm, but Alk already with double bracer is very tanky. 1k plus health, the extra magic resist well. Be hard to deal with in this lane.
The question is, how much farm can you take away from Alchemist? Every single deny is worth much more than the usual.
He just canceled the Sal. Nice assets, great usage in the trees, but even so, they are still looking to go in and they're not going to be able to fully commit to this kill.
Straight to the bottom with you.
Bounty runes coming in 30 seconds. Cuckoo will buy a bottle as well on the secret shop. Dark, really low on HP. Has Mango if he wants to use the Brain Sap.
Doesn't have time to secure this room with though, and this time around it's Queen of Pain getting the solo kill mid.
Straight to
Help with
the
that
bottom
Courier
with you.
snipe. Suddenly he had an edge in this lane, and he used all his health and mana, but to be very happy getting some revenge for last game where it was RML solo killing.
Oh, they got 4 bounty runes against Alk. This is actually huge. This is how you cripple the hero.
Well, really good rune control knowing they're playing against the Alchemist. Back at top, Slark's rotated for the Sand King, but doesn't look like we've got anything in the way of detection here, so even though they got that Fissure block off, there's just not a kill they're going to get, and the Slark's TP'd on up here, so...
They're just following the Alk with the Earthshaker. Every single time he gets close, he's going to use Enchant Totem, get a creep, get a deny if possible.
Just slow down the Radiance as much as possible, that's the plan. Okay.
Kanka is about to hit level 6. With the boat, there's a lot of kill potential. Queen of Pain sitting on 600 HP. I love the build. Null Talisman, and he goes for Bracer. Casual Bracer to tank things up, get some extra magical resistance.
You kind of know this Kanka's going to hit level 6 and be looking to kill you, so doing whatever you can to stay alive. Braces help more than the Null there.
Haste!
Sanzay out looking to protect this Queen of Pain. I think knowing that Kanka's level 6 here, they're trying to bait her a little bit, but to be careful that she doesn't get too low. Shadow Demon looking for a disruption setup and unable to find. Zed Quap going for it. They ping it out though, so they know. Queen of Pain will be coming back to this lane, full health, full mana. Okay, even I think for a Bane kill there. Again, position while Keen Gaming staying away from these heroes.
Read that movement from TNC really well. On the bottom lane, Cuckoo just continues to free farm. 30 CS on him right now.
Trying to take the jungle, but he's being found wherever he goes, and some of these stacks he was hoping for are being messed with, and he may even pay the price for this one. They've got the Fissure there to mess with him as well with the Soul Catcher Poisons. They've got the kill, Tims.
That's a big kill. This is where Alchemist farms a lot. Even though there's no stacks in the jungle because they are making a lot of rotations and the lanes were played 2-1-2.
They're slowing down this out. The Slark's having a rough time, only level 4, struggling to farm, but well worth it to stop this out from free farming. He's the hero that his timings matter more than the Slark's right now.
Yeah, Slark can recover. Combo.
Didn't get the torrent. He's going to turn with the Sonic Wave. They were not expecting it to go so horribly. They were expecting to see that torrent hit following up the disruption, but Mel slightly mistiming it.
Well, I didn't say which combo it was. It was a failed combo.
Corpse like that was a successful combo from me. The Scream Sonic Wave and a lot of damage up there. And they deal with the Sand King. They've got the Sentry here. Gabby would love to get a kill off this one. Hits the pounce as well. This is going to be Essence Shift. He gets his kill, and he sure as hell should.
No.
Tough one.
He almost died there. Like, Sand King was hitting him instead.
Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
Find the kill, so no Essence Shift for you. And oh, hey, speaking of stacks.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom tower,
Hey.
ready.
Shadow Demon, 18 CS. This guy is a 5 position player fighter. And he's level
Radiant's
5.
bottom
And he
tower
has
is
a
under
bottle.
attack.
He's spamming a lot of those Shadow Poison.
This is the hero that can
Jex
theoretically
thinks
make the
Radiant's bottom
Alchemist's
tower
life
is
very
about to
difficult.
fall. And he's
Levels
wrong.
of farm, not a bad idea. Very annoying for Sir Alchemist, who's trying to just farm in his jungle here, having a bit of a rough time, but Bane doing what he can to de-ward, protect this jungle, setting up even observer wards around his jungle.
This is the timing when if you want to buy a smoke, invade his jungle, play some deep wards, and try to play as aggressive as possible. You don't necessarily need to kill him, but if you have a vision on him and you see that he's not farming, it's still okay. You rotate
Do
either
Radiant
both
want their
supports
middle tower
or,
to fall?
let's say, mid laner because Slark's not kind of rotating to try to grab a kill on him.
Alright, gone in here, Sand King. He got dusted up into Sandstorm here, and he's going to be X back in and get the kill of the Slark.
There it is.
Gets it. There's one, and another. He would love to keep getting these action shifts. He's gotten 2 now. Off to a really nice start. Back at top there, Tims will get found up by this Queen of Pain, so there is a little bit of a turnaround here. 2 essence shift steals, permanent Agi stolen by the Slark. Back at bottom, bounty room spawning, and it's going to be the Bane trying to contest contest it, but perhaps paying the price for doing so. Plenty of damage to bring it down. Say that. Yeah, need to make sure they get that last right click off and do so. And also make sure they contest as many of these bounty runes as possible playing against an outfit. It looks like 3 out of 4 picked up by TNC.
TNC's played so well around the rune timings, especially since there's an Alchemist on the enemy team. I'm wondering what Cuckoo's gonna buy this game. Usually, when he was playing Earthshaker, I remember him skipping the Blink Dagger and just going straight for Aghanim Scepter. I think that's gonna be the play once again, because you're not gonna be blinking in against the Radiance, against... Look at all this spell damage.
First strike, going on the Rubik with the Epic Center. They're gonna take him out. Kunkka managed to avoid that gank by hiding in the trees, so a lot of Keen Gaming heroes up in this top lane.
I talked about the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker. If he wants to go for it as the first item, it's still okay, but getting Aghanim Scepter after is still good. Hype it up, gods.
It's a Sonic Wave.
Radiant's middle tower.
I don't listen to you, Lacoste. I hype up what I want to hype up.
There's a fortification from Radiant.
You're not my... I'm not your dad.
You know, I was just about to, then you told me I hype up. I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pass on that one. Kunkka goes down, and things kind of settling here. Bottom tier on tower about to get down to deny range. TNC want to make sure they get this last hit. At the same time, King Gaming are like, I know what you're up to. No way that's going to happen. The higher tower does go down the siege creep though. They don't get the deny, but they are going to get the Earthshaker kill here with the Fiend Script. And it's going to be Joe getting the kill with the Sonic Wave. That's what? Yi? The dash? The mid laner?
Double dash.
How is Steam?
Good rotation, but if they denied the tower there, it would have been extremely valuable. Otherwise, it's not that much. But they're making rotation. Alchemist is farming, getting closer to his relic.
Dire's top tower has some Radiance.
Definitely not quite the Radiance timing you typically see. The 12-13 minute mark is, like, I would say the standard timing. The fast timing is like 10-11.
To Radiant.
Easiest game for Mr. Alchemist, but bounty runes and his jungle farm has not gone as well as you'd hope. They want to get this main kill. Bob is there, has stick charges, but doesn't get a chance to get them off. There's stolen Fiend's Grip. Tim's is looking for a chance to use this one. He gets Burrow Strike immediately as soon as he cuts a 2-man LSA as well. They've gotten one kill, they want to get the second here. They already threw the Laguna Blade nice and early. Kunkka, he's been filled up, he's taking so much magic damage, and he gets a double kill. Actually, the first one not going his way, but he's dominating.
Agony.
Pain. Fantastic there.
Yeah, Sanking just picked up his Blink Dagger. He even showed it on the top lane and TP'd mid because TNC wasted so much time on mid trying to grab those kills.
I think Tim's was just a little bit too eager to use the Fiend's Grip there, diving past enemy towers to go for that kill, and King Gaming more than ready for it. The heroes here, the smoke, they want to make a play. At least with this Blink Dagger, they are looking for kills right now. And speaking of blinks, it is going to be, it looks like a blink pickup from the Shaker. He has it queued up, he's 30 gold away. Perhaps looking to come online a little bit earlier. Like, he sees Sanking's blink, he's like, oh, if I go Acceptor, that's good. I can't farm 2k gold right now. He needs an item right now.
Alchemist almost has the Radiance and the Earthshaker. They're gonna buy a smoke and the blink. Try to grab a kill. Ideally, you would want to kill either Queen of Pain or Alchemist pre-Radiance, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gonna Midas Slack on their own side, so while the Alch is of course ahead, #1 on net worth, it's, you know, what you'd normally expect to see. Slug is this hero that will match up very well against Alchemist and has recovered after his slow start.
When you have a Slark in your team, you just buy 2-3 sentries and give it to him MP.
Power Strike follow-up, they want this Shadow Demon in. Ooh, doesn't hit the screen. There is a Sonic Wave, and there's the blink. There's going to be an Echo Slam Vision combo. There's Sanking. Sonic Wave is there, will finish off the Shadow Demon. Is there a blink? It's on cooldown. It's level 1 blink, and as a result, Shaker. Blink reveal instantly gets 2 kills. Great play from Cuckoo.
Yeah, that's really worth it for TNC, even though Alchemist just picked up his Radiant, so he's going to continue to farm Dire and Radiant, both of them using the scan. Radiant won't connect.
get another blink in with the totem and the two-man fissure as well. They were ready to contest that rune fight. Stolen LSA as well, and once again, it's 3 out of 4 bounty
He's wrong.
going TNC. They're so disciplined every time. From 5, 10, 15 minutes, bounty runes, they've only given up 2 of those 12 bounty runes.
And this is what I was just talking about. They bought the center wards for Slark, 3 of those. He just cleared the 1 observer ward, 3 XP for and the gold.
Really,
Mid tower's really low.
about this hero.
They want to pressure it right now.
With the siege creep, it's getting down to deny range, and yeah, they just want to make sure it doesn't get denied. Jump of gold. Well, punish this one.
Nice, done by Cuckoo. Great Fisher. No one can pass.
And they realized that Keep punished them for that tower, and they just had to get out, so... What's that?
Step lively. Your
Kunkka, Armel. Not having quite the same Kunkka performance of last game. They were just ready for him to be there on the map, I think expecting that ancient stack to be happening. And with Radiance on Alchemist, Team Gaming say it's go time. We've got this double brace of Radiance, we're pretty strong right now. King Lina, hunting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Successfully hunt. They find the Shadow Demon, not the Earthshaker they were perhaps hoping for, but he managed to blink away quickly.
They have a ton of
And over here,
magical
Radiant's top
damage
tower
on Keen.
about to fall.
So Veil pick up from Queen of Pain is
Dire's middle tower doesn't last long.
add Radiance on top of that.
Dire don't look too scared of Radiant's top tower.
TNC, I think you're just kind of not looking to fight here. The usual onslaught may give them a bit of a better timing
About to
to fight around, but they also need Armel to hit his first item. Tarn is in, nicely done. Stacks the Ancient Camp using that Tarn. Trying to farm as safely as possible for himself. Comes the smoke drain. They're smoking towards this Slark, who is in the enemy jungle. Now by a Queen of Pain here. Be careful here. There's a bit of turn. A look to fight here. Pop the ultimate before the Fire Strike came in. With the Epicenter's in. The Slark getting very low. There's the Echo Slam as well. The Queen of Pain being kept alive with the defensive sleep. The Beach Grip there as well. And they drop it as well. The Sonic Wave stolen. Oh, he turns it around. Kills the Queen of Pain with that one. They're still going to get Fire Strike out. Armel showing up with a boat. That's going to mitigate some damage while killing the Sand King. 2 for 2 so far. As Bane, Nightmare is perhaps looking to set things up for an Alchemist done. They've got the Kunkka with the Radiance damage as well. Slark in all sorts of trouble if he doesn't find the leap out. He's going to get himself down to the low ground.
He needs to run away. Oh, Lina almost gets him. She's level 11 with that cast range talent and the Ether Lance. You can stun from downtown. You're going to actually stun from fog. They're not going to
even fight in the end.
Queen of Pain was greedy there. I think if we see the replay, she's gonna be able to blink out. Also had the Regen Rune in the bottle, so she could reset, but nicely done by Rubik. The stolen Sonic Wave. A lot of great plays there. Bane also saved Queen of Pain with the good Nightmare. If you check the Bane's skill build, 4 points in Nightmare, he realizes he lowered the cooldown on it and use it more. Brain Sap is not that valuable, so I expect him to
Down bottom. Hit by a totem, the fissure follow. They don't quite hit the stuns though. Oh, totem wasn't there, and you see Shaker now queuing up the Aghanim Scepter. Cuckoo's been really big on this Earthshaker though. Some of these Echo Slams and he's had 2 since getting this Blink Dagger, and they've both been fantastic. Looks like Slark, he's trying to figure out where this Observer Ward is. He has a very good idea where it's been planted. It's a fresh one, and he doesn't want to go dewarding it right now. Doesn't feel safe there. I think TNC realized that their jungle's being invaded and will just play keep away.
Drawing on a minimap. The classic switcheroo. We also have 2 observer wards. Enemy side of the map, so they just play the bottom part of it.
Dire's top tower has some Radiant-shaped problems.
They're the ones who are
Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
really avoid these fights, slow things down a little bit.
Dire's
Alchemist
top
is
tower
very
is
scary
under
right now. Hitting level 14, he's got
Dire
Radiance,
just wants
BKB. See, we've
Radiant's
seen a lot
bottom
more of this
tower
like
is under
damage build from Alchemist, where he goes for the attack
Dire's
speed,
top
the
tower
damage,
has some
cleave,
Radiant's bottom tower
all
has
about the
fallen.
Radiance and stun build as much.
Bid farewell to Dire's top tower.
Blink Dagger, I think Slark realized he'd been spotted there, and Sand King did not want to initiate on a Slark, he just dark packed it off. on is they want to get these bounty runes. They are going to pick up a couple, and this time around it's going to be much more keen gaming with the team that's stronger, but they've lost Bane in the backlines here, and unfortunately for them, that does not look good for them as the boat is going to go flying and catch the lead as well. Slag wants another kill. He's going to get it. That's 2 kills for the Slag. Can't really have the damage to kill off the Alchemist in the backlines. Queen of Pain still being chained up here. Can they actually bring down the Queen of Pain? There's a torrent follow-up, and they've got their kill with the V-script on the side. They've taken out Slag though. A lot of damage under the Slag. The epicenter is there. Stolen Sandstorm, not the spell he was perhaps hoping for. It looks like the Alkistan is going to stun himself. Has a Shadow Blade, but there's plenty of protection for this. Fire Strike to start. Acid Spray follow-up. There's an Unstable Concoction in a couple of seconds, but it doesn't look like they can go chasing for this kill right now. Bane considers going for the high ground, but a defensive vision will block the chase. TNC losing their Slag, but getting a couple kills in the process.
Old 11 did a good job. Sandstorm to zone out the Earthshaker so he can get a good Echo Slam off in that team fight. I'm not a big fan of
Money to burn.
attack speed talent on Alchemist, because you can see that he could have stunned multiple times in the previous fight. Even if you go for this kind of a damage cleave build, Cleave is really situational. If you're playing against some illusion heroes like a Phantom Lancer, I assume it's better, but Cleave in this particular match, it's not gonna get picked.
Called the Sand King. X turret is there. He blinks away though. You've got to be so precise with that X pullback to hit the turret as you pull it back. And he gave Sand King a window to
double
blink
damage
away.
out.
Whoa. This is a new era of Alchemist builds. No longer about this Manta split pushing off to Core and whatnot. Alk's a carry. He's a true carry now.
Just give Moonshard to Bane. He also has attack speed, talent.
Yeah, I think we now understand why you haven't played a TI since TI2 Lacoste. They've got charging it. Sanky got too aggressive, and Bane is also they've been nice. Though is going to help mitigate any of the follow-up damage here, and they may be able to get to the Queen of Pain. There's a stun follow-up to the disruption, and Queen of Pain dies once. Can they kill her a second time? I don't think they realize there's neighbors. They've got an Echo Slam that they need to use. They know there's a torrent, there's a totem, and they burst down the quad. Bye-bye Aegis. That did not last long at all, and TNC immediately punish King Game.
That was a fight without Earthshaker even using Echo Slam. So even with the Aegis, I love what TNC is doing. Even in the first game, when they were kind of playing from behind,
Scanning for enemies.
Arcorden needed to recover. They're still taking the initiative and playing with other 4 heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under
There's a few dead. They want to take a fight here. Oh, they're just trapped in these trees. They're both just stuck on top of each other. There's a Yulzor Sanking, but I don't think you can do a whole lot with that. He's completely strapped with the stolen Burrow strike. Mule Scepter will dodge the boat here. He's going to Burrow to the south, but he's dead anyway. He's getting picked apart one by one. TNC is just... These guys are like the kings of brawling. They love to fight.
They just killed 5 heroes, counting Aegis. And they're going to take a tier 2 tower. They're going to have a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane.
They killed 6 because they killed everyone.
Tower is no more.
Or they killed some of them twice. They killed Sanking mid and then they killed him top again.
Alchemist, he turned off the Radiance before he used the disruption, but he's still going to go down.
I remember seeing something with the Radiance Disruption. If you spam click it like while you're disrupted, you can actually turn it off as you come out. There was like I just remember seeing a clip about it on Reddit or something.
Illusion.
It seemed like a little bit broken that you could... I don't know if you still can or even if these players are aware of it.
Watch for fire.
It's safer to turn it off before.
Yeah.
Just in case.
You don't always get attacked. They're gonna go. They're looking to kill up this Shaker. He's a tanky boy though, but not tanky enough as they will be able to burst him down. And well, sorry for the BKB is being Fiend Script up here. Does solve the ultimate when this Fiend Script wears off, so I think Gabby is going to be okay. Bounces away, doesn't get the ultimate off. The disruption will help him alive a bit longer here, and they're going to blow him up with the Solid Wave. Even through the ultimate, they had the AoE damages. Sankin gets fairly low. Will die to the Shadow Poisons. Hey, you such a great game with the Shadow Demon. And TNC, despite getting those...
Get a BKB off.
They had 6 kills in a row, and then immediately overcommit and give away a bit themselves.
This is what we want to see. We want to see chaos. We want to see a lot of kills, and they're giving it to us.
Worthy tribute.
High octane. You think this kind of play favors either of these two teams? Right now, it's just a bloodbath, and no one's come out on top yet.
Lately, I'm kind of used to seeing TNC being disciplined. I don't want to go back where they were in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
So take it slowly. It's only 2,000 network lead for Keen Gaming at this point, and Alchemist is on the enemy team. There's a saying, if you're not at least 10,000 ahead with the Alch on your team, you're not ahead. You just made it up.
Yeah, that's, it sounds like you're just quoting yourself. Yep. Referring to quotes of yourself in the past. And suddenly just like, see, after that little flub, they're just slowing things down a bit. I mean, they lost large shaker, they lost all their key pieces, and I think they know that was a bit of a mistake there. And their lineup to me scales a little bit better. To say it's in the bag if this game drag, but Alchemist is not the hero you necessarily feel amazingly back on late game with, but perhaps with this new build. He's got the damage, he's gone for a Basher Moonshard. He hits hard and fast.
You can also keep Slark in a place, even though they have a lot of lockdown, but it's still a great item pickup.
Yeah. This Slark BKB won't feel good if you're fighting the Alchemist. You're just going to be getting bashed over and over. Good, of course, for going on other heroes. Sand King. And just making it so you can go in and use that KB and not have to worry about being stunned by other heroes. Down here is Alch keeps on farming and Slark does what he can. All three TNC cores in a pretty good place in terms of their farm though, and Slark continues to run around the map just deboarding everything. Very pesky.
TNC right now, they have 3 observer board placed on the map and 3 inside of Shadow Demons.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain. Not nice.
Now that's that. Look, disruption was a save, but no, that was a dire disruption. Alco's charging in. He's got this Basher, he's got BKB, he's destroying them. He takes out the Rubik first, wants this Kunkka. Shadow Blade away, where's the detection? Looks like the dust didn't quite clip him as another blink in from the Sand King. Sand King gonna go look at this one. He hits the Burrow Strike, but he doesn't catch the Slark here. Slark's still charging himself with a BKB. There's gonna be a stolen Burrow Strike from Tims. That helps take out the Sand King, and the Lena LSA does land on the Rubik with the cast range. The Dragon Slave fall for the Queen of Pain. They're gonna get a 3rd kill. TNC
Burns.
crumbling one by one. Keen Gaming are just so strong at this stage of the game with this Alchemist.
All of that because they try to use stun and the disruption at the same time. So this kind of backfired to them. It's going to be a free tier 2 tower. Next Roche may respawn in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
How and when that does respawn, but stands. BKB timing on this Radiant side is making them pretty potent. Queen of Pain and Alch both having BKBs. Big problems.
Shadow Demon needs to be careful about his positioning because the amount of damage he deals in a team fight with the Soul Catcher is, I mean, it's not a, I'm not sure if it's counted as a damage.
Oh yeah.
But the Soul Catcher, if he uses that multiple times in a team fight, I don't see them using it.
3-second cooldown. These are long drawn-out fights, particularly with BKBs in play. Abyssal Blade completed. 20, he did go for the 40% cleave. They changed the unstable concoction damage, so it's not as good as where you got plus 400 damage even if you did no time channeling stun. That's when it was insanely powerful.
I mean, with the cleave, he clears the creep wave in basically a second. Continues to flash farm. 1 second bounce leash. That feels kind of sad as well right now. Don't you think?
It doesn't seem amazing. Like compared to like, I don't know, Amber with Searing Chains or something. Feels
Do
underwhelming.
Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Level 20. With that said, it's... Unless if Slark's and some bad talents, I'm for that. We don't need more Slark in pub games. I feel like the big
Dire are scanning
difference
friends.
from game 1 to game 2 has been Armel's Hunter. Like game 1, he completely crushed it. He was 10-0 and 9 at one point. This time around, he's been punished a lot more and just hasn't been able to make the same kind of plays that we saw him.
Yeah, he's kind of struggling at this game, even though he's third on network chart, has more network than
Radiant are
Queen of
scanning
Pain.
for
I still
enemies.
feel that Queen of Pain is doing so much more.
Hoping someone might show up. That smoke. Yeah, I don't believe so, but... Short range blink just to tuck herself treason. It's like, yeah, now. Shows herself in the mid lane with that TP where her team are smoked up the charge for. Queen of Pain very mobile, can join up at a moment's notice as Roshan has respawned. Both teams will be prioritizing their game plan around Roshan now.
Oh, climbing the high ground, thinking, but quick fingers from Rubik, blinks out.
Plays
Generation.
just takes the Sandstorm for now, making sure he has a spell. Rubik before that didn't have anything. Torrent is there. They're going to take this kill. Looks like that's the plan. The Nightmare save is there. And with the BKB on Slack, he's being beat stripped up in the trees. The boat takes too long to really cancel, but they still kill the lead. Go for the bait. The backlines is Alchemist taking out the Rubik immediately. This Alk is such a beefy boy. Pops the BKB, turns to fight the Slack. He forces him to pop the Shadow Dance just to keep himself alive, and instead Alk's going to find a new target. It's the Kunkka. These bashes just coming in one after the other. There's no escape from poor Armel. Echo back in, and what an Echo it was. With the BKB wearing off, the Sonic Wave's there from Joe, but it's too little too late. It's Cuckoo's Earthshaker winning TNC the fight.
Man, Cuckoo's positioning, they try to focus him down, so he had to go back and re-engage. Also, nice save from Bane to start that fight with.
Yeah.
And then good Fiend's Grip, but the team was on a different side of the map, so both of the supports got picked off early on.
Well, they're going to go for Roshan. While they do that, we're going to take another look at that fight and exactly what happened. We'll see it again here. You don't really... It's a nice save from Bane, but you don't necessarily want to be using the Nightmare save on a support as well.
Radiant's getting friendly
And the
with
problem
Dire's
is the rest of the
bottom
team
tower.
were elsewhere. Like Sand King, his initiation didn't really set at kills.
Yeah, you can see Earthshaker, he was forced to TP back after getting to half HP by Sanking and Queen of Pain. Also, you're playing against Shadow Strike.
I think he popped that shrine right, and then he just jumps in with the axe. And there it is. Cuckoo, he's been a standout player so far as we have ourselves back in the game. TNC smoked up, hunting for blood. They haven't got themselves in ages now. And there's going to be another totem jump in, but there's going to be a turner on the Laguna Blade. They want this Rubik. Rubik fall back last fight, and Shaker got silenced up. No escape from Cuckoo and the Rubik. That's a dieback. Combo blinking with the BKB, and TNC may have overextended the slot.
Oh, the Shadow Strike's gonna hit both of them.
TNC just need to get the hell out of this one and Slack. Nice Shadow Dance, but need to be careful here. Good, silences him up. He's going to be wearing off fairly soon. There is a boat to help him out. It's used defensively as he does pop the Shadow Dance in the end. He's being chain stunned up during it though. He's in trouble. I think he's just dead here. Does he have a pounce out? Can't get to the low ground. There's going to be a speed script mid-pounce. Catches him in place, dead for 90 seconds without buyback.
Sanking with a sick blink in front of him just to stop the
And
pounce.
over here, Radiant's top tower.
Suddenly 5,000 network lead for Keen Gaming.
It's such a back and forth roller coaster game. We saw it earlier and we're seeing it again now. TNC get a couple of kills in a row, win a fight, and then go charging down the enemy side of the map and get punished for it. This time had an Aegis and everything, but it's
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall? Dire just fortified.
Now Alchemist is knocking on your tier 3 towers. Has that moon shard still.
Dire's
Level
middle
Sorry, they
22.
didn't
tower.
actually take Roshan. I thought they did during that replay, but Shen's still standing. Not sure what happened there, but they ended up taking a fight instead and got punched. Tier 3 tower goes down. Alchemist, Fissure, kind of blocking his way to the other racks, but
Money to burn.
If he was on a different side, he would have died for sure.
Yep.
If he pops a BKB, Purge, I think they would have enough.
I guess that is one of the
Worthy
downsides for
tribute.
TNC with their draft is they just don't have damage to kill Roshan. Unless Slark has a lot of essence shift built up. Even when they killed 3-4 heroes, they didn't have the ability to go for Rogue. Radiant on the other hand, the Alchemists, they're going for this one, but they may be punished if they're not careful. Seeing on Invis. Here comes Shadow, but Burrow Strike completely whiffs. So maybe gonna force a reset. It's gonna be taking the front lines with a BKB. Can he pop it? Defensive disruption is there. The BKB himself jumps out from the Shaker Alchemist. He's gonna stun himself. His BKB wore off right before the sun landed. He's in all sorts of trouble here. The Nightmare Save is there. They wake him up. Slark's BKB also being wasted. Both sides, like a lot of panic it feels like. Inefficient BKB use coming out from both Slark and Alchemist, and both teams using their saves so effectively. Nice play from Shadow Demon. Glimmer keeps forward with the X just to get a D-ward off.
I like how they try to bait the enemy team with the Earthshaker. They know he has a BKB, he jumps in aggressively. There's a Shadow Demon behind you with the Ether Lens, so, and the disruption, so you don't have to worry. Also, he forced them to use 2 BKBs, but they still didn't take a full fight. Do we see any level 25 talents approaching? Alchemist level 23, we're still not there yet.
23 on Slark, 22 on Quad mid lane. King blinking in, but he's being lifted and needs to be careful. There's a Dire Sentry Ward here. There's up the defensive Yule Scepter with the Demonic Purge. He's going to pull him back down from that Yule Scepter. The boat pull back. Nice save coming on in from the Nightmare, but it's only going to do so much as they wake him up and still take him out. Alchemist's gone charging back in, has the BKB back up with him, doing so much right-click damage, and the Sonic Wave there to help secure the kill. Buyback in place for the Rubik and sends you to the Radiant. King Gaming using their buybacks. They've lost the Bane though. Buys back himself. They are so dead set on winning this fight and trying to secure themselves Roshan, and I think TNC realize they've just got to get the hell out of here.
Everyone's steeping on Shrine. Can they go in? Roche, Cuckoo does not have a buyback.
This is kind of their reward for perhaps winning that fight and killing the Earthshaker.
Yeah, but they had to use 3 buybacks for this. But they don't know that the Cuckoo does not have a buyback. Echo was not used, so they should be careful. It's just about the mind game. Shadow Demon going in.
Hit by the Pyro Strike, Alchemist channeling a stun as well. Offensive disruption is there, making those Alchemist illusions with the... He has the Radiance turned off.
Radiant's middle tower is under.
Very nicely done. Tanking. Trying to make sure that his team can secure this Roshan. 15 seconds, the Earthshaker respawning soon. TNC, they've almost bought enough time. They're going to get hit by the into a 2-man LSA. Laguna Blade there as well, forcing out a BKB from Armel's Conquer, but they've already lost Slark. He just gets chain bash, and there's another bash coming out on the Armel. Dies the BKB. This Alchemist just shredding them. With this item build of his.
All eyes on
Oh
Cuckoo.
my gosh. Cuckoo, what can he do? His teammates are just falling. They're dropping like flies. They just lost multiple heroes back to back, but this Roshan is so incredibly low. Cuckoo goes flying with the BKB. Doesn't have a good Echo Slam initially. Is he going to go for it? Waiting for the hero to come out of the disruption. Maybe it's the Slark. He needs the backup. Slark just so incredibly low with the BKB. He's just running from the epicenter, and they're just not latching on. He blocks the pounce away. Sandy clicks in. Not sure that's what he was hoping for. Echo Slam was used, but did absolutely nothing. Just did a bit of damage to the Sand King, who's still barely alive. They're going to lose the Shaker again. Boat goes flying. Doesn't catch anyone except Roshan.
Oh
Poor
man,
Roche.
this Roche fight.
Dire don't
He's
look
still
too
not dying.
scared
Roche
at
is getting,
Radiant's top
because of all
tower.
the sandstorms, acid sprays thrown into the Roche pit, Roche is getting out and they can't hit it, so they can't finish him
Yeah.
off.
Roche is getting in on the action. He's like, what's going on out here, boys? Is this where all the fun's at? Alcazim once again, it's a 5v3, and I think TNC just have to give this one up now. They've already thrown away too much. Several buybacks
The
used.
sun has fallen to the Radiant.
Team Gaming who find themselves better postured because of it all.
Yeah, because Sand King used the buyback and they are one of the stuns to actually win a team fight. They gave him the Aegis.
They're just hiding these BKBs so well. I mean, both teams really, but we're seeing King Gaming just do a slightly better job of it. Ooh, Slack to go for a bounty rune, but
Take that.
thought better of it.
Illusion.
Coming close to that level 25 on Slack. Who else is almost there? 3 heroes at 24. Bane!
Bane has 40%
Yeah.
XP talent on 15.
Okay, casual. Getting what, Fiend script rating? Or... Sounds good. Can get
He's not gonna get the brain sap damage. It's really hard to position yourself with the position 5 Bane.
Scream, Pain, Fear. Basically
Dire's bottom
adding an extra
shrine is
disable
under
to this Pain.
This is one of the strongest level 25 talents in the game.
So incredibly powerful. An Alchemist, getting the right-click build, goes for the base attack time, of course. No surprises there, so... 5's coming online, but Slark end up getting Essence Shift duration, so he wants to make sure he has those stacks and gets to keep them.
It's kind of a no-brainer. Level 25.
Here we go. Acceptor, who's getting the first one.
Tower has fallen.
A lot of damage output from this Lina
Look at
now.
Dire's bottom tower deck.
Cannot underestimate what she brings to the table. If you're someone like a Slark in the BKB, you can get zapped.
Now they have a lot of spells that go through BKBs. You have Lina's Laguna, you have Fiend's Grip, you have Sonic Wave. Sanking has a gem, so they're getting rid of the TNC's vision. 21,000 network lead.
Dire's bottom shrine.
They're kind of stuck
fallen.
in the basement.
Yeah, they do not want to leave whatsoever. Largely because of this Aegis, but it's an Aegis on Sanking, which is here you'd maybe expect it to be on, but
Dire's top shrine
all that
under
chaos, it just ended up where it ended up.
Yeah, because he bought back in the pre-fight, they gave it to him. Alchemist has enough
Haste.
The
to
Alchemist
buy
is
back.
item
The
slot
Queen of
limited.
Pain is also... Yeah, she also has a buyback at this point.
Dire's top shrine is fallen.
Another Acceptor coming out soon.
No
This
more
Alchemist
healthy
continues
dunks
to
for
farm and
Dire.
continues to redistribute that wealth. It's getting one next. Pain, maybe it's several fairly decent Acceptors this game.
Well, if he's gonna throw in some Acceptors, maybe Bane will pick up the Brain Sap.
Oh yeah.
Lowers the cooldown, cast point, also pierces spell immunity.
1.5 cooldown. That's not a bad idea, maybe, actually. With the Acceptor actually kind of changes that equation, where Brain Sap suddenly does look a whole lot better. We got that one.
Dire
Acronyms
might have a little
blessing.
barracks for long.
Guy, Alchemist, all his teammates. 2 Acceptors already delivered as he's
Dire's
going to go
little
charging
barracks are
forward.
under
Look at
attack.
this melee racks. Yo, has that Radiance turned on, but... So he's following it. Yeah, he's doing the trick. This is... You know, this is deserving of some OS frogs in the chat. You disrupt a guy with Radiance on and his illusions don't have Radiance.
Dire structures are fortified.
Doing it again. Radiance is on, but illusions will have it off. Working as intended. I mean, this has been in the game for a while. This is something maybe not every player knows about, but I imagine people, carry players who go Radiance against Shadow Demon should know about it. Sanking of the target you want to overcommit on with the Aegis. They're just looking to repel him back, try and keep this melee Rax alive, although we are 44 minutes in, so losing, you know, a lane of Rax at this stage is not the end of the world. Some time. Let's see.
Radiant
Want to make sure they
structures
don't
are
lose a
fortified.
fight and
Double
lose this game
damage.
right here and now. 27k gold lead. 32 to 30, so even on kills, but all these buybacks and farming pace of the Alchemist just so hard to keep up with. Goes in, wrestle, catch damage though. Doing some work here. Queen of Game mood. Looking to the sides here. The Sonic Wave is there with Disruption. Helps keep the first target alive. It's going to be the Alchemist following up the Disruption though. He's looking to go on the Rubik, but he is this from the Glimmer Cave. Helping keep him alive. The Alchemist gets pulled back in. He's in trouble. The Age is actually expired. The Inter is there. They catch the Sanking as well. First goes down the Alchemist. Can Sanking out of this one. As for the Yule Septum, he's got no more Aegis, so this is trouble for Keen Gaming. They may be baited in. He Power Blink with the poison, drops the gem as well, and TNC punish King Gaming. They may have taken the melee racks, but I think TNC would be so happy with that.
Alchemist went too deep. I think Queen of Pain blinked and just kind of pushed him back, so Alchemist can finish off the melee racks, but seems like they were not on the same page there, because Alchemist went all in. He was being hit by tier 4 towers, and I mean, you're blinking into Shadow Demon, who's going to use Soul Catcher. You're most of the time full HP because of the chemical rage, so you're going to lose 40% of your max HP.
4k gold swing. What?
Dire
She thought about denying
friends.
those bounty runes. But the Acceptor is just able to push out some weight. 4k gold swing, and Slark with these Essence Shift charges, they last a whole lot longer.
Worthy
Permanent. He's got 13 permanent though. Decent amount there. He's looking to go on in. Finding another kill. It's another one for himself. Racking up that Magi.
Step lively now. Your admiral is
Sanka has a Hex right now. No buyback though. They needed more control against this
Do
Queen of
Radiant
Pain.
want their middle tower to fall?
And you can't rely on X at this point to be
Radiant's
an
middle
initiation
tower has
tool.
fallen.
Like
Dire's
they
top tower
aren't
is
gonna,
under
I mean, they don't really have the heroes that force high ground. It's, yeah, Bane Sanking are dead, but always that risk of buybacks, and you just don't feel good about.
Dire's
Yeah,
top
especially
tower
after how
is
this game
in
slipped away
Radiant
from them. They
shape.
were the ones who, for the most part, were winning some key fights, but then they would overextend a bit following those fights. It's been very back and forth.
If TNC wants to come back into this game, they need to take these prolonged team fights where Slark is getting a lot of agi.
It's over the cost. Dire's won.
Why is that?
Gabe, but he says so. 100% win chance from minute
For the
zero.
Dire.
Yeah, for Dire. TNC's won. Let's pack it up. Let's go home.
Dota Plus is not wrong.
Something a little bit wonky there, seeing as it has been stuck at the 0 for the entire game. King Gaming say we are non-believers. We don't subscribe to Dota Plus. We subscribe to killing this slot deleted from the game for 2 minutes. They're going to get Kuku on the Shaker as well. And they're hunting for more Shadow Demon. We'll get the Glimmer Cape TP out.
2 big kills. Slark, he has a buyback, but he's gone for almost 2 minutes, so they're just gonna rush and try to force it out. A lot of pure damage coming from the heroes. Lina's Laguna Blade, Sonic Wave, everything's on pretty much low cooldown. 50 seconds on that Laguna, Queen of Pain with the Aghanim Scepter Blessing, 40 seconds.
Instead of getting more Ags, he did go for a Mjolnir now. Any more Ags come soon. Did we get any more level 25s recently?
Ooh, Shadow Demon is level 25. Charges of Disruption.
Although, it seems like using them offensively on Alpha is kind of just like close to being a waste at this.
Illusion
Dire's
still
bottom
do
tower is
a
under attack.
ton of damage, but right now you can use it offensively and still have 1 charge to use it defensively.
There's no more radiance on Alpha anyways, yeah. He's getting deleted though. The Lotus Storm with the Burrow Strike pulled him really deep in the base. The Shaker is able to get the open, he still dies. Just enough damage to bring him down. The Slack holding onto a buyback kick. Joe gonna BKB blink out of there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Setting
attack.
here,
Yeah, but the lane, look at the lanes. Bottom lane is being pushed in.
That's a
Minute
double
50,
siege.
Just
double
think
siege
Radiant's
creeps.
bottom tower is about
That's
to
a
fall.
dead tier 3 tower,
He's wrong.
unless someone addresses it right away, which could be happening. Already taken this mid-melee rack, so I'm not quite sure what they're hanging around for. And there we go, Queen of Pain. May just need to throw a Sonic Wave here.
Fear.
Keeps the tier 3 tower alive. Eye range, but I'm gonna let Dire take away some of those shrines. With stuff like Roshan control being so important, if you can keep shrines alive, it really helps for that. Lina hit 25, got the Dragon Slave cooldown. 2nd cooldown Dragon Slave.
What do you think about that, pal?
It sounds like you hear 2-second cooldown Dragon Slave, like, oh wow, wow, but it's hard to like just sit there spamming this nuke in a team fight.
It's more of a... I feel like it's more of a tool to reset the Fire Soul.
Dire
Yes.
are scanning for enemies.
But you never really have problems resetting it anyways with your Dragon Slave LSA.
I'll take your tribute.
If Fiery Souls didn't have a cap on it, then yeah, it's like, great, you can just build up like an insane amount. With the cap on it, it doesn't feel like amazing. They catch the Bane here. With their ward, they saw Summer. So looking for it, they get the demonic purge out as well. Starts coming out in once. That Agi. Shaker in some trouble here. The Nightmare forcing out a defensive disruption just to keep the Shaker alive, but the Shadow Demon pays with his life. Now looking to BKB run, but the Fiend Script is there, going to catch him. Trying to leap away, and this is going to come well away. That's a dead Earthshaker with no buyback. He previously had fought back into the game, so Roshan alive, and you got to imagine King Gaming have a free shot at taking Roshan now, or even maybe trying to break the high ground.
Cuckoo does not have a buyback. They know about it. Even though it's Roche, I still feel like they should go and try to close this game.
Instead, yeah, it seems like they're not even going for, and they realize, say, there's no buyback on Shaker. This is go time. That's the hero that's ruined us in so many of these fights. His Echo Slimes have been the bane of their existence, but time to test TNC's high ground defense. They are in a 3v5 scenario, and they don't have those illusions to play with. The plan here, two-man Burrow Strike, two-man an absolutely beautiful setup coming in from the Sangway. Hold 11 with a fantastic setup. The Rubik in trouble as well with the Orca there. Beyond godlike. He is having a fantastic game. Another two-man Burrow Strike coming on in. This Sand King is just having a hell of a game on the mount. In the fountain, he's so incredibly low. The Queen of Pain wants it. He's actually getting stunned by the fountain. It needs to be careful. Bought a refresher in the fountain just to blink away. I think he wanted to get a Sonic Wave out as well, but he didn't have the mana for it, so getting a bit ahead of yourselves. King Gaming, they need to get out. Sarko's charging forward. Takes out the Alchemist, who does have buyback. Are they going to use this one? The Shadow Dance has been popped. Does need to be a little bit careful, and it does look like Rubik's trying to see what he can do with the Solar Burrow Strike. He's doing some work here. The enemy center comes on in. They want to take out Tim's. He's getting low. The Glimmer Cape is there, though. The Slack starting to build up some energies here. You're going to be so careful as this fight drags on. The Slack being scarier and scarier. But it's a Fiend Script. It's on the Kunka, not the Slack. But still a big kill nonetheless. Gentlemen from the sidelines. And Alchemist, Sand King, they're buying back. They smell blood. They smell GG. They want to end this one.
They realize that Kunka nor Rubik have a buyback at this point. They want to end
Shaker.
it.
Slack bought back. I mean, bought a refresher. He may pop this just for the Shadow Dance. He's waiting to see if he needs to use it now. 18 seconds before he is Shadowed. And will he need to pop it? 12 seconds here. With the Shadow Demon, they're buying some time here. He's going to have double ultimate soon. The fear is in. The Blink Echo Slide. They want this Alchemist, and Nightmare Save is there. The lead out of the tower. The Fissure. They're not breaking into the totem. Get out there. That's a dark back. And Slack's on Charlie as well. And the back goes on the base. This is looking so good for TNC for now. They've kept their throne alive. They're still causing problems here. The refresher is there. Slack has another ultimate if he needs it. Can he get it off? He's being stunned up. He's chain stunned. He can't get off. The defensive disruption is there. Is there a refresher? Pop the ultimate. He gets it off. He's still alive. The LSA. He PKBs as well.
Even if I...
They killed the Dark.
Oh my god.
They're still chasing. Cuckoo is in. Sand King snatching the gem right in front of it.
Held the cost.
Straight to the bottom
What
with you.
is going on?
I think this one's on Keen Gaming trying to dive the fountain.
Yeah,
For a
that
queen.
diving the fountain and then buying a refresher just to hit the enemy fountain. Style points. Yeah. If you told me one team was going to do that out of these two teams, you'd say
I would have
TNC,
guessed
right?
TNC for sure, yeah.
Of course. It's King Gaming. They're the ones with some swag. But you gotta be careful. That swag doesn't lose you Dota games. Can TNC punish it? Doesn't look like they're gonna go down the other side of the map. There's still 60 seconds without Alchemist.
At this point, only Shadow Demon has a buyback. Queen of Pain still needs 1,000.
Slacks in Roshan. He's been scanned though. They actually know someone was here. Casual late game solo press as well for the Slack. I like it. Roshan. Claim slowly. Is there going to be a steal? Sand King doesn't have item slots for it. Looks like they may just be giving this one up. Aegis for Slack. Covering for his lack of buyback, and he's just going to go charging in. He's still got the DD route. He's still got so much agi as well. moving on forward. The Fissure is there, going to catch up too. Pops the BKB as well. Lena looks like she's in all sorts of trouble. Has beyond this. Blocks all of the Echo Slam damage. Slack, though, still doing all sorts of work here on the backlines. Gets the kill in the end. Hunting for more. That's a dieback on the Lena.
Not have a buyback. That's Aegis. Cheese. Who has Cheese? I didn't check.
Sell his refresher?
He did. He did.
I was like, where'd it go?
Now he has a full butterfly. Doesn't have
Bounty.
boots at this point.
That was such a clutch call to buy that refresher. That's like one of those.
Just to refresh the BKB and then
Yeah. He was
the
so
ulti.
close
He
to
was
dying.
so close to dying, exactly. And then refreshed, used the ulti, which pretty much gave when he went to full HP.
He was there till Shadow Demon Disruption saved him as well. So many clutch plays. I mean, the Slack with his decision to buy the item, and
Radiant's top
the Shadow
tower
Demon
has
with that play as well.
fallen. Radiant
All
just
this
won.
extra agi stolen now. Slack is such a beast on the front lines here. People causing some problems. They get the Hex out on the quad. Doesn't look like I'm going to commit to this one, and Gavin needs to be careful. He's very low. Another defensive disruption is there.
That was
Just
a
helping this
failed
Kunkka
push.
out. He's going to have to get forced away, and I think TNC may just have to back off and reset.
Sanking with level 25 talent. Sandstorm slows and 50% blind. They can't enter. He also has a gem. They are getting rid of any vision, any setting they have.
Blind is so good against the Slark. He's only got a 5-second BKB.
Radiant's top shrine.
It makes life incredibly difficult. What did Bane... Got the brain sap damage in here.
He's waiting for that Aghanim.
Dude, he's far away from it. Alex like, I'm getting a refresher.
You're last on the list, Bane.
He's not even on the list. He's in the naughty list. He's not getting any Christmas presents. He's not even...
He's been a bad boy.
Sand King's also not on the list. He's wondering where his Ags is.
Illusion.
But, I mean, I don't blame Alchemist wanting to have this kind of that point in the game where refresher to refresher BKB or even your ultimate could make a difference, even if it's just sitting in your backpack. Charging up on, they had this ward, they see everything. This is so good for them, they blink with the totem, but the Alchemist blinks to the high ground first, he saw them as well, he takes out the Shadow Demon. He's flying back in the grip with the Laguna Blade, trying to take out this Shaker in the BKB, and they kill Cuckoo. This would be such a big kill for them. Cuckoo is being cleared up as well, and it looks like he's going to get the totem out of there as he dies into the pain. Just to kill Alchemist, dead once again without buyback. Push onto the Sand King, chase is on. Gabby wants these supports. He's got the Diffusal Blade. He got his pain.
Yeah, those things are ready. Not even using it. Alchemist got destroyed by Slark in that team fight. He was so close to using a shrine. I don't think that would have helped at all, but it was a disaster. Earthshaker still has Echo Slam, and Refresher Shard is ready for him.
My tremor.
Rune on top of it. The new runes just spawned. There was a different rune on top, Arcane one.
Stolen Agi on this Slack. 20 of it permanent, and another 60 from Essence Shift.
You don't have the
Man, he
sack.
seems having some crazy late games. I don't know if this is going to be a trend for TI or if it's just like this series, but I'm a fan if we're going to get a lot of late game.
I'm a fan of late game, yeah, especially since the Aghanim
Well, that
Scepter
doesn't happen again.
upgrade was introduced.
Roshan giving away free Ags too. It's pretty nice. Run with extra item slots. Yeah, vision on the high ground. They do spot this ward out. Coming on in. They really want this Rubik, but they're going to turn around with the Abyssal Blade. They're trying to take out the Sand King. He's dead without buyback. Alchemist still dead for 28 seconds as well. Abyssal Blade onto the Queen of Pain. But with a BKB. I think her refresher allowing her to have that one up. Was used some time ago, but right now, TNC just taking what kills they can get, just building up the Agi stacks for their Slark.
Oh, they gave Rubik a Refresher Shard. He is level 25.
Oh, he's got double Fiend Script potentially. He has the Fiend Script stolen still from the last fight. This is huge. Gotta keep an eye out for this one if you're team gaming. You can't allow him just to sit there channeling it. With an Echo Slam as well. That's not the Echo Slam you were hoping for.
All right, time to give back that refresher.
I was just thinking that. He's hugging the Rubik. He's like, bro, give me this refresher. Asking for it. Queen of Pain blinking big kill considering all the saves that this main brings to the table. Leading the backline as well. They're just melting one by one. Keen Gaming have fallen apart here in the late game.
GG's called. Wow. Pause.
I imagine TNC emotions running high. What a comeback from then. I mean, Dota Plus doesn't lie.
Told you it doesn't lie 100%. That they actually went into a fountain.
They never had a gold lead, and yes, they went into a fountain.
They had enough
enough
time to actually get the
throne even maybe.
maybe the